Is it actually possible for Toga to be the traitor of UA? Let's talk about that because a lot of people seem to at least consider the possibility. But first, spoiler warning to you all anime onlys out there, proceed at your own peril because I will not hold back for your convenience. Alright, let's just jump straight into Toga as the traitor of UA Academy. It would be very convenient for someone like Toga to be the traitor because it would mean no student of class 1A, 1B, nor any teachers are actually hiding anything evil. They would all simply be in the green, which in my opinion just doesn't sit right, seeing as the whole traitor shebang has been brought up and built up for a while now. Anyway, so Toga's quirk is arguably the most stealthy one in the series, even more so than that of Toru's in my opinion, simply because of the fact that she doesn't have to vanish in order to become stealthy. Instead, she can blend in with any crowd she likes, assuming she has the blood she needs in order to carry this out. In this case, said blood would have to be either a student from class 1A or 1B, or lastly, one of the teachers who knew of the location of the forest training camp. This is also the reason people think Toga is the traitor, hiding within UA as someone we know and trust. So from a certain point of view, this seems like the perfect idea for a traitor theory, since there wouldn't actually be a traitor, instead it would be more of a spy. But it doesn't really add up in my opinion. Toga cannot be the traitor or spy, whatever you want to call it, and allow me to explain where things fall apart. Again, in my opinion, of course. Toga may be able to copy the appearance of another person if she has their blood, but the problem in my opinion is that even if she can copy one's appearance, she cannot copy personalities. She will remain out of character, and this was proven when she turned into Kami during the provisional hero license exam. The other students of Shiketsu High picked up that Kami was acting strangely for the past 3 days. Kami also had a very hazy memory after she was returned, so if someone was dealt with in a similar fashion as her, a similar experience would likely have occurred, but as far as we know, that hasn't happened. Now back to UA. Regardless of whether she would have copied another student or a relevant teacher, that being a teacher aware of the forest training camp location, said person would likely have been noticed as acting strangely, or if it's a teacher, even more so, especially since they seem to be on high alert when it comes to the traitor, meaning a teacher out of character would become a primary suspect and would likely be confronted immediately. An easy way to confirm the identity through these means would be to simply ask something only that person would know, so I imagine that's what they would do. Another problem that pops up with Toga as the traitor is that she would have to be in UA quite a lot, leaving very little room for her to participate in the league's plans, yet she appears to be very actively in the league's headquarters. You know, during the hideout arc, we saw her being around. Prior to the overhaul raid, we also saw her with Shigaraki and everyone else. And also the fact that she was in the provisional hero license exam as Kami, and lastly, she was working under overhaul along with Twice. It doesn't leave her a lot of room to be in UA now, does it? Especially since Overhaul was tipped off by the traitor that the heroes were coming as seen when the heroes assault the facility. He knew they were coming. And Toga was at the scene already. And taking flashbacks into account, she'd been with Overhaul for a while without leaving, so how would she possibly have tipped Overhaul off that they were coming when she was with them the entire time? These are my main issues with Toga being the traitor of UA. There are far too many holes in the theories in my opinion. Don't get me wrong though, if she somehow ends up being the traitor anyway, I won't necessarily call it bullshit as long as it is done right in a reasonable fashion. Things would really have to be addressed properly in order to fill those holes that I just mentioned in this video. With that said, however, I'd love to know what you guys think about the whole situation with Toga as the traitor. Do you feel like me that it should be someone else? I'd love to see who you think it should be if you have any ideas, because I sure don't have any theories of my own. Anyway, if you did, be sure to Detroit smash that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you wish to see more My Hero Academia content coming your way. This has been Chaotic Plus, and remember everyone, Toga is waifu, Toga is laifu.